So make sure y'all stay tuned. We got some information. Of course, we got some trading with Ortiz. He got some stock picks. He might do a little gloating on us because he did. Hey, everything has been popping out for us. So make sure you stay tuned, man. Other than that, how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm good, man. Had a good time off. Did some work, like I said, that way I wouldn't.
But really, man, just having fun. Had a good break too. Had a chance to kind of do a few things. So, man, we out here, man. We back, brother.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Look, now, how did you do last week? I know it was a few call outs that we talked about. One being at Microsoft, but I want you to talk about these first. So now, what were some of the ones that you talked about with that trading with Ortiz that came to fruition throughout that week up until today?
I know that we talked about Nvidia dipping and then taking off again. So
dip and rip.
We crossed. We're around 140 almost today. But Apple, I want to say that at some point today, 238, 239. I told whoever was listening that Apple was going to go. And I also said that if you had anything that you needed to get rid of for January, this could be the time, considering we were getting into that extreme greed. So as you go into the podcast tonight and you go through all that, you'll see exactly where we're at as far as the fear and greed index. You'll see what we're talking about.
Stocks rose Monday with two major indexes clinching record closes as Nvidia led the risk-on rally in the market that permeated through most sectors and even into cryptocurrencies. When I tell you I have been buying Coinbase and I was like $1,200 down, I just kept buying. Today I'm at break even. And so a lot of them shares I bought like 160 and now we're at 190. So I'm excited. Let's run it. All right, the S&P moved up nearly 8% to close at a fresh record after ending above 5,800 for the first time on Friday. I was looking at some
2 words: be careful. So I mean, it's everything is great, everything is good. There's a lot of influencers out there that would tell us that this market could be bad news, but we are here. We are close to. We are at all-time highs. SPY 584. What can you? That's pretty doggone good if you follow the market daily and you know what SPY is. But be very cautious. I don't know if this is a time you want to get in unless you're doing a very quick swing or day trade, because what goes up comes down. And I also say that we've been talking about different aspects of the market, and we've been talking about this fear and greed index. And like I pointed out last week, our Apple was down for a while. Our Nvidia was down for a while the market was up. So pay close attention to that. Now that the market is still up, Apple, Nvidia, Microsoft was down, and now look at them. That was a good call you made. I know you're going to get into that later. But hey, now your top Magnificent Seven, so to speak, are starting to inch their way back up. And so that's what leads me to believe that I think we have a little bit more room to go before we, have a breakdown with the greed and the fear, and we start to decline. I'm a little, like I said last week, I'm a little worried that it might interfere with any of the January calls that we might accept. But if the market continues to go up this week, maybe you don't hold on to those January calls. Hey, I sold one today.